So today we ventured further down the English countryside and we're here with
Dan Lloyd.
And whereabouts actually are we today?
We are in a village called Neanton in Shropshire, just about 10 miles from Bridgenorth.
We're in Tom Welling's country, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. And what are we actually at today?
Trying to plant spuds.
It actually looks like we're doing alright here.
But we're moving.
Moving?
To start, we're moving.
Have you been moving for long?
Not really, it's probably the first dry week we've had for a long time. Probably got about 16 acres in so far on sand.
So you would do a lot of spuds, would you?
Average between 100 to 150. I think we're putting in about 150 this year, so try and stick around that mark really.
What made you get into the spuds?
Don't really know, to be fair. Ever since I've been here, my dad and my uncle have always done it, and my grandpa did it, so...
Just about a tradition then?
Just seemed to keep going, yeah.
You have a fairly nice machinery out today.
Yeah, it's alright, yeah, keeps going, as long as it keeps running, it's the main thing.
So what tractors do you run then?
We run 724, Gen 6, Massey 7720, 195 John Deere, 6820 John Deere, what's on the planter. Then we hire the 936 in for spuds, and that's about it really. Hire one in for the summer.
And you don't seem to stick to one brand then?
No, not really, no. We were Massey a couple of years ago, and then we had a bad breakdown, so they bought a 74 out for us to try, and that stuck. And now we've just swapped it again now for another Gen 6. I'm quite keen on the Fendt, to be fair. Fendt's pretty tidy, and I've just had this one myself. Touch wood so far, she is going well.
Was there a good deal in the Massey, or what made you go for it?
Low hourd, real tidy, and they offered me a good deal with mine, so I had a Vulture before, so I bit the bullet and done it.
How do you find her compared to the Vulture then?
A lot comfier.
A lot comfier,
More
yeah.
horsepower. We'll see how it gets on in the summer. We'll go from there.
What kind of gearbox is in this then?
Dyna 6. Keep knocking her up.
Knocking her up.
How many ranges you got?
How do you find that with a job like this here?
I quite like it on a job like this. You got your 6 splitters, so you are always pretty much where you need to be. You're not having to change up the range.
You can set your speed nicely then?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'd like a Vario, but I haven't got that sort of money yet.
Money talks, like. It all adds up them extras. Yeah. And then your de-stoner, what brand is she?
She's a Grimmy. I can't remember how long we've had her since I've been about. She's getting on, but she seems to keep going, and she is handy to work on. There's not too much to go wrong, so the odd bearing might go, but other than that, everything's checked over in the winter before we go out. Touch wood, other than that, she is pretty reliable. Hopefully, try and keep her going for another couple of years.
So that de-stoner is paid for itself then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
The planter's Grimmy as well?
Planter's Grimmy, yeah. Then bed tillers, both of them are standards. What's the Ridger? I can't think what the Ridger is. It's an old Ridger, but it all seems to keep going.
So, do you like the Grimmy stuff then?
We've
get him.
Yeah, to be fair, we've always run it.
If I was a dog, I'd bark at Connor too. How long have you had the planter then? Is it been about long?
I think that's the 3rd season now. We've had that.
It does 2 rows at a time, does it?
Yeah. It goes alright, to be fair. We've had, well, when we were planting last week, we had the box tipper snap and land on the back of it. So that's twisted it a bit, but we've managed to sort all that out.
Okay, yeah.
So hopefully, touch wood now, now it is finally dry, we can hopefully crack on.
Do you run GPS?
724, what is out on the disc grater now, she's on fully RTK. This has got the GPS, but she's only like the SF1, she's not RTK. Yeah, the Fendt does the majority of it really. She'll do all the drilling, then this will be on the disc grater. Get it right with the Ridger, everything else should be.
Yeah, you don't really need GPS with the rest of it.
No. Once you're in that row, you're in that row.
Yeah, if you'd be doing well to steer out of it, like.
Yeah. Not saying I haven't.
No, it happens from time to time. That there in front of on the Fendt is the Ridger, yeah.
That's the bed tiller.
Or the bed tiller?
Yeah, that's the bed tiller.
I don't actually know a lot about spuds. I'm kind of winging this, to be honest.
That's the bed tiller, and the Ridger is basically what's on the back of that thing.
Right.
It's parked at the top of the field. I'll go through with the Ridger, she'll form the ridge, and Dad will go through with the bed tiller, break it all down.
So when do you use the Ridger then? Before the bed tiller?
Yeah, before the bed tiller.
Oh, okay.
So the next block of ground, he should be finished working it before long. We'll go there with the Ridger it all up. Then tomorrow we'll be there with bed tiller, desown and planter.
Okay, so you start off like cultivating the ground then, basically, or?
What we do, we muck it, everything's mucked, then plough it. Normally go through twice with a disc grater as we cross it, just to knock it down a bit more.
Yeah, I seen that we were going down the field whenever we were out filming the tractor, and he was going across.
Yeah, it's that field, because it's been so wet, when we ploughed it, it hasn't ploughed it very nice.
Yeah.
Normally we go with a ploughing first time, then the second time we cross it, but there's quite some knobbly places, so he's just running over it quickly now, just to break it down a little bit more, to save us hopefully having to bed till it twice. The
potato ground, do you put it in for 1 year and then leave it for a lot of years? We don't plant, say the spuds on here now, we won't have spuds on again till 5-6 years now. So your 5-6 year rotation then, what would you plant in after the spuds?
After this I'd probably go straight into wheat.
So you just plant a lot of cereals then too?
Yeah, I reckon we're up to 700-800 acres.
Okay.
With our own and contract farming. And
then with the spuds, is there like a certain variety you prefer in the potatoes?
There's a few, yeah. Do a fair few Dal and some Premier. It all depends really on the fields, if you want them off early or later, or.
It depends what time of year you plant it, yeah.
Yeah, because the way the year's going, it's coming wetter a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So we are trying to, the last couple of years we have got them off early. We run a windrower down the side of the harvester as well, so it's a lot quicker job now getting them out of the ground.
How does the windrower work?
Basically, it's like what's behind us, but without the stars, it's web and some rollers.
Yeah.
And it's got a small elevator on like that, so we'll go down this row and he'll put it into the left-hand row, and then I'll come with the harvester then, and it'll go up my machine, so we're digging 4 beds instead of just the one, so it's a lot quicker output.
Then what varieties do you grow then?
Main one's Dell probably.
What does that get turned into in the end product?
It's all we're on a McCain's contract for all our spuds really.
Okay,
so
they'll
like go for chips or
roasties
or anything like that really.
Not mashed potatoes then?
Some of them would, yeah. Different varieties would, yeah. They go, to be fair, this year I think we've put 16 acre in, what a free buy. So we'll keep them ourselves, and Salamers, we supply a fair few pubs with spuds ourselves, so they won't be on contract, but everything else is on contract with McCain's.
So like, how does the contract work then?
They work out how much we're putting in, and then work out what they should yield. So say 800 tonne, we'll, as long as the yields are all right, they'll have 800 tonne on contract, and then if we're over, they'll either buy them off us or we could sell them as free buy. But to be fair, Dad sorts all of that out.
Okay.
He does he seems to love planting potatoes, so we just leave him.
Just loves potatoes.
With him, yeah.
What do you think of the potatoes?
I don't like them, and I like them. It's one of them. It's
love-hate relationship.
Yeah. A lot of the time it's hate, but when it's going well, it does go well. It's like everything breaks down, doesn't it? But as long as if the weather's on your side, it is enjoyable.
Do you not find it a wee bit therapeutic?
Not really.
No?
No.
Would you not go out of the field and look back and see, oh, that looks quite nice?
No, because I know within 4 months we'll be back in there, probably up to our axles trying to dig them.
Well, fair enough. The hardship outweighs the therapy.
Great.
Yeah. So in your business then, say, what else do you get up to?
Last 5-6 years we've started contracting. So we run 2 class balers now, 33s. This year we just bought a bale chaser. That's kicked off quite a lot.
Big into the straw.
Yeah, don't buy so much out of our own, just contract work really.
Mm-hmm.
We will buy some now and again, but that seems to kick off a hell of a lot. Do a bit of everything really, drilling, ploughing, whatever, and then that's the contracting side. Stock wise, we tend to try and keep up to 100, 150 head of cattle, and then I think there's about 400 sheep here as well, what we lamb. We just finished lambing about a month ago.
400's a right bit of sheep.
It's not. To be fair, around here it's quite small around here.
How long are you lambing for then?
From start to finish, probably 2 months.
Okay.
We'll have a big couple of stints at it, and then they'll just drag on. But for me, probably about tough going. It'd be 3 weeks. But that'll be the main lot done. Like
a lot all-nighters then.
Yeah. Well, I do early mornings till night. Dad does through the night, and my uncle comes early in the morning with us. So we got a routine, and it does work. My cousin, she helps a lot as well when she's not at college.
Yeah.
She seems to love the sheep for some reason. I don't know why, but
there's always some, isn't there, that love sheep. The whole family kind of helping out then.
Yeah, to be fair, there's me, my dad, and my uncle. We're always here. Sophie, my cousin, when she's not at college, she's always here to help out, especially with the sheep in the summer. My other cousin, he comes and sits on the one baler if he's not busy elsewhere. And now this year we've just took on a lad to out through the summer, straight through into digging spuds, Will. Now we've got the chaser, we need 3 people out all the time, really.
Yeah.
So it's you can't do it all on your own.
No,
you can only do so much.
So will you be glad to see the end of the spuds whenever you get to it? Yeah.
Yeah. If the weather stayed right, it's not too bad. It's when you're always fighting the weather. That's when it gets. Well, it's like everything. Goes from combine into baling. When the weather's not on your side, it takes it out of you really. But hopefully it'll stay like this when you get them in and get the spring planting done.
I suppose this time of year is normally a real busy time of year, like.
Yeah, especially with the spuds. We could have more help and get them done quicker, but we managed to do it the way we do it, and we're not having to put any more money out to get the tack in and whatnot. So we could get it done quicker, but we are quite happy doing it the way we do it.
In the summertime then, once the weather kind of fully kicks off and you've your spuds done, what's next in the calendar?
After the spuds, I go off and help. I drive a chopper for Neil Morris. I go there on the grass, and then we also rake for Ian Childs, the 4-rotor rake.
I did see that in the shed actually. Yeah.
So
you're looking forward to it?
I am in the way. We've got the work, but the crops aren't looking fantastic. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of travelling around for not a lot of straw this year.
Yeah, it's been a hard year on the growing.
Oh, it's been a hard year for everyone. No matter all through farming, from lambing to calving to planting. I think everyone's in the same boat. It's not just one person. It's just the way it's gone this year, and it affects everything. Like everyone who's lambing, you can't throw the lambs out because it's that wet everywhere. They'll do no good.
Yeah.
So you're having to spend more money on litter and feed and whatnot.
So Dan, I hope the rest of the spud planting goes smoothish for you.
And me.
Yeah.
I'm glad when I can drop this off. Get back in the shed for another year.
And if we're back in the area again, whenever you're out baling or something, we'll definitely make sure and call in.
Yeah, give us a shout and come out and see what straw there is to chase.
Or we'll get that top man off his tractor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time you did some work.
This is it.